All right, it's good. Got 5 more threes in you?
That's the plan. Shoot, that is the plan. So,
what's your feeling and your thoughts going into this do-or-die Game 7 tomorrow?
I mean, these are the moments you live for. Obviously, Phoenix was the best team in the league in the regular season, obviously at home. Hostile environment. But, they also say Game 7 typically goes to the best player, and I believe we had that in this series. So, it's going to be an exciting clash of styles.
You held them under 40% shooting last game, which is a low for them, and you forced them into 22 turnovers, which is a high for them. How do you pack that in your suitcase and take it to Phoenix with you?
Just think to the game plan, the attention to detail. We know they're going to be, energized. Game 7, another day off. Like, they're going to come out firing. So, we can't necessarily expect to see them have 22 turnovers again, but, we got to do what we need to do to try to limit their quality looks.
Have you ever played? I don't think you played in the Game 7, have you?
No.
So does it feel different? Does the build-up to it feel different than anything that you've done before?
Not really. I mean, it's just like any other elimination game in a sense, right? And so we're going in there to do our job. I mean, obviously, like I said, I've never been in that environment, but I've been in elimination games before, elimination games on the road, with Utah last series. I mean, and then obviously playing, yesterday with not yesterday, but last game in Dallas. So, it's part of the game.
What's happened in this series that would give you optimism to win there where, frankly, things haven't gone great the first 3 games?
Well, I mean, obviously, home court advantage is a thing, but it's not everything. We've shown that in spots we can stop them. If you look at a couple of the first halves over there, we were up, you know what I mean? And then we had certain points where we collapsed. But if we can take that type of game on the road and obviously defend, hopefully hold them in that 40% range and turn them over a little bit, then we give ourselves a phenomenal chance of winning.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. No problem.
Good.
All right. Tell us about that defense that you put on in the last couple of games in this series. How you prepare yourself to go against one of the top teams, or the top team in the season, the regular season?
Just really trusting the game plan, trusting the work we do as a group, as a team. Everything we prepare for is meant to give us the best chance to do well in the game. So I put a lot of trust in everything the coaches give us, everything the teammates does. And that's the same thing for our starters. They're doing a great job on that end. So I know it's going to be big for us for Game 7.
How are you feeling right now going into Game 7, and what's the mood of the team?
Good. I mean, we prepared the same way we prepared in this playoffs. We go in there to Phoenix. We have nothing to lose really, so pressure's on them. So we're going to go for 48 minutes to play a really physical game. We really think we can do something great. So we're going to give our all during this game.
Is this at all similar to your international experience of playing, elimination games in EuroLeague or the European Championships or anything like that? You take that kind of mentality into that, and just the fact that you have some experience doing it, that it's not as overwhelming as it could be for somebody who's never had a so-called Game 7 experience?
I mean, at the end of the day, of course, obviously, it's a different game, but it's kind of like the same game. It stays a basketball game. It stays 48 minutes. Our goal is to just give our all in order to give us a chance to win. So in a regular season game, in an elimination game, it's going to be the same thing. We're competitors, and we're going to go out there 48 minutes and give our all.
I was going to say, though, like when you play championships,
and
stuff, the fact that you play in a single elimination situation, and never having played Game 7 in the NBA, do you feel like you're better prepared to play a game like this because you kind of have that experience?
Yeah, definitely a little bit. It reminds me of those tournaments, World Championship or Olympic Games, where it's like just one game. The one who wins gets to go to the next round. So Definitely been there with the national team. Now I'm glad to be here with our team. But like I said, 48 minutes, it stays a basketball game. We prepared, and we're going to do our job.
I'm not sure we've had, at least I haven't had a chance to talk to you since your tonsils. Did you actually have your tonsils out?
Yeah.
Okay, was that a surprise to you at this stage?
Yeah,
of your life?
definitely. It wasn't planned. So what happened. It was, obviously, it's not the best timing. It's never the best timing for stuff like that. But it happened, and struggled my way back. Fought my way back to join the team. I was, of course, in a bad mood when I was away from the team. So my happy place is here with them, and they helped me out too. That team was amazing. Reached out to me, made sure I was good. Of course, it's a bad timing, but it's in the past now, and I'm happy we worked our way through it. And now we're getting ready for tomorrow.
Did you at least get ice cream?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
What kind of ice cream?
Definitely. What was it? Cookies and cream. Cookies and cream. Yeah, definitely. Gelato.
Can you just is it because you're in the moment? Maybe you can't do this, but just from where you were at the beginning of the season, kind of looking for a job, and you found a camp to come to late September, and now you find yourself as part of a big part of the rotation for a team that has a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals.
Well, like I said, I'm glad to be here. Definitely, it was not a stress situation back then, but I stay with it like every player should do, and stay confident in my work and the people around me too. So now I'm just glad to be here, preparing for a Game 7, preparing for tomorrow, and happy to be with this team.
What is it, do you think, that you have been able to do with Booker that has made his life uncomfortable, more than maybe what other people are able to do when they're playing against him? What do you think your defensive style is that has made him so uncomfortable?
I mean, of course, first of all, Booker is an elite player offensively, but I think it's just the job we doing together, our starters, and then the people coming in from the bench, even the big men, the communication. It's a team job, and them wearing him out, them wearing CP out after we come in and bring our energy. And like I said, they're elite players, so we're not going to stop them. We're going to slow them down. We're going to try and give them what we want to give them. But as a team, everybody did a great job of doing that.
The Mavs were looking at you in the 2017 draft. Did you come in here for a workout or anything? What do you remember about that?
No, actually, I didn't do no workout before my draft.
I didn't.
Never, right, no way.
Why not? Was there any particular reason why?
Yeah. So I was still playing back in France, championship. Yeah, so that's why.
Okay.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Jay.
How come you can't lighten things up out there?
They're like,
Who comes up with all the sneakers?
it's just that's how it's been all year. So we just mix up the teams. It's a cookie cutter. So we just change the pieces around, change the coaches and the players around.
The trainers get involved? Let the
No,
trainers shoot? No.
The head coach get involved?
No. Just they're cheering.
Trying to look and see how many Game 7s you've been involved in. I guess I found one when New Jersey played Detroit. I don't know, didn't get much further than that. What's your memory of playing in Game 7?
It's one game. It's can you continue? Can you find a way to win that game so you can keep that season going? The journey. You look at last year, the Mavs played in a Game 7 in the first round. So guys that participate in it, they understand what it means. So we don't have to explain what Game 7 means. But for us, it's about executing the game plan and giving ourselves a chance.
Do the team that win Game 6 normally have the momentum because they just won the last game and going into Game 7?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Every game in this series has been dominated by the home team at home. So got got to find a way to win on the road. But I don't know if momentum means anything in the sense of coming to Game 7. We found a way to protect home. Now we got to find a way to win on the road.
I know you changed from Josh part of the way through this series and went to Frank. But what did you see from Frank that you say, I need to give him a shot at this?
I thought that from the last series we didn't play a lot of bodies, and so Frank was on the docket to play because we didn't play a lot of bodies in that first series against Utah, and I felt that Frank, healthy, he could help us on both ends of the ball, and you saw that in the last game defensively he was really good for us.
And he also hit a big shot there, I think, in game 5.
Yeah, he did hit a big shot. But we don't judge him on offense. We only look at him for the defensive side of the ball, and I think he's done a really good job for us.
You know, the old adage is that defense travels. Why do you think it hasn't traveled so far?
Well,
is it noise or?
Our offense has been horrendous on the road, so our offense has to be better on the road. We talk about the 12 turnovers in one quarter against the best team in the league. You can't win, and so we got to take care of the ball. We understand playing in a hostile environment, loud. It was loud in Utah, and this will be the 4th game in Phoenix, so I don't think the noise is going to be an issue.
What do you expect to see differently out of them to maybe try to get CP and going
Well, you talk about two guys who've been in the league, understand what's in front of them. They're going to be aggressive. We got to try and make it tough on them. It's hard to just stop them. They know where to get their shots. They know how to do that at a very high rate. But we got to just try to make it tough and tip our hats if they make them, and then make them work on the other end. But we know Chris and Book are coming, and they've been coming the whole series. We're just trying to make it tough on them.
Are you surprised, and maybe even shocked, that there's not been a close game in this series?
Sometimes that's just the way the series matchups go. Both teams understand how important it is to protect home. Both teams have done it up to this point. Hopefully it's a close game in Game 7.
With a better result.
Yeah, it just hasn't. We haven't had the opportunity to get to the 4th quarter, in Phoenix, and hopefully we can do that.
When you look at the film, what did you guys do to force them into 22 turnovers, which is a playoff high for them this year, and also under 40% shooting in Game 6?
Yeah, I think we're just trying to get high hands, get deflections, be active, and our defense has been active at home, and now we have to be active on the road.
16 steals, though. That's a lot, Jason, for one game for you guys.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like what we did, what happened in Phoenix in Game 5. We had, they came up with 12 turnovers in a quarter, so they were active, they were aggressive, but we understand what we have to do, and we're going to have an opportunity to do that tomorrow.
Is the pressure still on them in your estimation?
I don't think there's any pressure. I think that it's basketball, and you got to have fun with it. And I think the team that's closer to executing their game plan wins the game.
Do you play anything closer to the vest when it comes to using your timeouts when you're after it? You see something, you've often said you got to let the players figure it out sometimes, but maybe when it's do or die, is it any different?
Yeah, some thought it was do or die at the last game. You just got to stay in character. So if the coach stays in character, you're asking the players to stay in character. So everyone stays in character, and you execute. And if there's a chance you have to take a timeout, you do. But for the most part, you don't try to change anything for just one game.
Do you think any part of your messaging will be about seizing the moment, because maybe a lot of these guys are too young to understand there's no guarantee of getting back to a place like this?
Yeah, I think just enjoy the moment.